Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I have here. It doesn't look that blurred. Okay, so yesterday we had worked with 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then 270 degrees. Right? This was what we were working with yesterday. And we want to do the rotation for each one. Now, what is important for us to remember is when we want to do the rotation, we have to remember how we can get the new point. So if I am talking about xy, that is my coordinate, right? That is the first coordinate that I would like to have. Then that's the original points that the diagram gives you or the question gives you. For us to be able to change this, we have to find the new coordinates. Be able to find the new coordinates so that we are able to plot the new diagram. All right. Now, yesterday we did one example where we had to change this coordinate into negative yx, and this is specific for the one that is 90 degrees. So we have xy and then we have to change that to negative yx. All right, when we talk about the 180 degrees and they give me my original point and I want to go ahead and change that, my new point is goes from xy to the original point and it goes to negative x negative y. And then now when I have 270, I have xy. And for me to be able to change that, then my coordinate shift and then now become y negative x. So now this is what we're going to be using today to be able to sketch and draw the new diagrams for each of the rotations. All right. So is everybody ready? Can I begin with the first one?
Yes, miss.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
So before I go ahead and let me see. I have my graph sheet right here. Let me just quickly draw the diagram. You have point Q, then you have 3 and 5. So Q is at right here. You have 0, -1. Then you have point H at -3, -5. And then you have J at -5, -3. So make sure that you have these plotted because if you don't have the original image correct, then your rotation will not be correct either. All right. So now this is the question that um, number one that it gives you. Right? And then they're asking you to do this at 180 degrees. Yes.
And what are the things of J and H?
Okay, Q is 0, -1. H is -3, -5. And then J is -5, -3. So those are the coordinates, right? This is what you guys should already have. If you don't have it, then you can do it right now quickly. And then now the question is asking you to do this at a rotation of 180 degrees. So now if I am doing a rotation of 180 degrees, I am rotating 90 degrees two times, right? So this image is here. It is going to move one rotation here and another rotation here. So my new image is supposed to end up right here. That's how I can check. 180 means that I jump two times. One, two. All right. So my new image is going to show up in this one. Right. That's what I want to make sure. So if I go to this right here, where I have 180, I have XY, and then this is what my new point is supposed to look like. Then I go ahead and I can write my 3 points, the same points that are given to me here. Then these are the points that I'm going to be using. All right. 1 second, guys. Let me turn off the fan because I think. Luis, apágame el fan. Turn off the fan. I think that is making the stand shake.
Not much spaces.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. That should help if I don't hit it. So let me write the points. The first point is Q, and Q is 0, -1. Then I have H, and H is -3, -5. And then I have J, and J is -5, -3. Right? So now I'm going to use this right here, and I'm going to write my new point. So what this is saying is that if this is xy, my new points are going to be the same numbers, xy, but then now the sign is going to change, right? So then what does that mean? Is that if I have 0, -1, then my new point, -x, -y, this is my new point. So I'm going to have 0, negative, that is still 0. And then I have negative, -1, that gives me +1, right? Then I have -3, but I want negative, -3. So that gives me +3. Then I want negative, -5, and that gives me +5. I have -5, and that gives me +5, and then I have negative, -3, and that gives me +3. And then now I have gotten the new points, right? These are my original points, and then these are my new points. Anybody has any questions? Did everybody
No,
understand?
miss. Clear. Yes, miss.
Okay, good. Now, I'm not going over the negatives and the positive signs because, which that is something you guys should already know by now, right? So I'm not going to go in depth with that. So now I'm going to take these new points and then I'm going to plot it here in the same graph. Right? So this is my original one. And remember that when you're labeling, and a lot of you lost points because when you are labeling your new points, it has to be Q1, H1, J1, right? So that is what I'm going to be labeling right now. Q1 is 0, 1. So 0 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis right here. Q1, right? Q1. My next point is 3, 5. 3 on the x and then 5 on the y right here. And this is going to be H1. And then the other point is 5 on the x and then 3 on the y. And then you get J1. Right? Then we want to connect the dots. And then now I have the rotated diagram. So this is how the rotation would look like. Yes? Any questions, guys?
No, miss. Clear. Clear, clear.
Okay.
It's clear, miss.
Okay, good. Can I move on to the other one?
Yes, miss. Please, zoom that a little bit, miss.
You want me to what do you want the points, the
Zoom out, miss.
coordinates? Is that it?
Yes, miss.
Okay, let me write it over here for you guys. Q1 was 0, 1. H1 was 3, 5, and then J was 5, 3. Those were the coordinates of the new one. Yes?
Continue.
Okay, so the other one,
Miss, do we have to write the coordinates?
in the diagram, in the graph sheet, no, you don't have to, but I'm just writing it there so that everybody has clear where your coordinates are and you don't put it somewhere else.
Miss, and if you write it, Miss, it's okay if you write it in the graph paper.
Yes, it's okay. It's even better if you write it there.
Okay.
Right, but you don't have to. So can I move on to the other one?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. So now the other one has the triangle in the first quadrant right here. Right, so let me go ahead and plot those points. It has R being 5 on the X, and then 4. It has it, no, 4 on the X and 5 right here. R. Right, is that correct? It has 4 and then 5. Okay. R, and then the coordinate for this one is 4, 5. Then it has T. Is that T or an L?
L, Miss.
It's an L. Right now, I'm zooming my paper right now. Okay. Yes, it's a capital L. L, and L is on 0, 5, 0 right here. L, 5 on the X and 0 on the Y. And then you have S being 2, 2. S, and this is 2, 2. There you go. And those are that is the triangle. Okay, so now this one is asking for a 90-degree rotation, right? So when it's asking for a 90-degree no rotation, that means we're just doing one jump. So from here, I'm going to jump here. So my triangle has to come out here, right? If your triangle shows up somewhere else, and you did something wrong. So if I go back to the paper that has the coordinates, how am I supposed to get the coordinates for 90 degrees? I take my original coordinates and I'm going to write it in the form of negative yx, right? So then that is what I'm going to be doing right now. So negative yx, that is what I'm going to write it in, negative yx, right here. So my coordinates R is 4, 5. S is 2, 2. And then L is 5, 0. And I want the new coordinates for each one of these, right? So, tricky part here. If the coordinates is set up in the way of xy, the new coordinate is asking for yx now. So what does that mean? That the second number is going to come first now, right? Because the order changed. But the y is negative. So all of these here have to be negative as well, except for the 0 because the 0 is not negative, right? So we have these points that are here. 4, 5 changes to negative 5, 4. 2, 2 changes to negative 2, 2. 5, 0 changes to 0, 5. Don't touch it. Right, and then these ones in red are the ones that I'm going to be plotting now. R1, S1, and L1. All right, these are the ones that I'm plotting now. So everybody understood how I got these?
Yes, Miss.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's go ahead and plot these points. I am going to have negative 5 on the X, negative 5, and then 4. Negative 5 and 4 right here. This is R1, negative 5, 4. I have S1, negative 2, 2. S1, negative 2, 2. And then I have L1, which is 0 on the X, and then 5 on the Y right here. This is gonna be L1, 0, 5. And then I'm gonna connect the points. And then there you go. You have the rotation. Yes?
Miss, is this activity one number three?
Yep, this is number activity 1, number 2. Is it clear, guys? Can I move on?
Clear, Miss.
Yes, Miss,
Yes,
clear.
Miss. Clear.
Okay.
Miss.
Okay. Okay. Let's do another one then. So now number 3 is a quadrilateral. So that one has 4 sides, 4 points, right? So let me see. You have point F, which
Miss,
is
let me see the next one, Miss. The one that you passed. Just the name.
this one. This one,
Not yet, Miss. You could go ahead.
okay. I have my papers all over the place here. Okay, guys. So number 3, I'm talking about number 3 right here. Number 3 has 4 points. So let me go ahead and write the points. It has F, negative 1, 3. F, negative 1, 3. It has H, which is 2, negative 1 on the X, and then negative 2. Negative 1, negative 2. This is point H. You have point M, which is negative 4 on the X, and then negative 2. This is M, negative 4, negative 2. And then you have B, which is 5, negative 5 on the X, and 1 on the Y. B, negative 5, 1. Right? And then I draw the diagram. Okay, this is the original one. I'm gonna write the points for this so that we can get the new points. You have B, negative 5, 1. F, negative 1, 3. You have M, negative 4, negative 2. And you have H, negative 1, negative 2. And I want to write these under a rotation of 90 degrees, right? That's what the question said? Yep, 90 degrees. So now if I go back to what is 90 degrees is negative yx. Right? So I have to write all of these under negative yx. So the first thing that I write is if these are in the form of xy, these ones are going to be in the form of yx. So I'm just going to switch the orders first, right? I'm going to have 1, 3, negative 2, negative 2. And then I'm going to have negative 5, negative 1, negative 4, negative 1. Right? I have those ones. But here, the y is negative. So I need to write the negative of these ones. Negative, negative, positive, positive. Right? Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
So I have B1, F1, M1, and H1. And then these are the ones that I'm going to plot over here in this one. Right? So hopefully it didn't crash anything. So let me go ahead and plot these points. I have negative 1, negative 5, negative 1, negative 5. Right there is B1. Negative 1, negative 5. Right there. F1 is negative 3, negative 1. Negative 3, negative 1. Oh no. Okay, guys, I did a mistake. This is not the correct one. Ugh. It's negative 1, negative 5. It's negative 1 and then negative 5 right here. That's my bad. This one is B1. Negative 1, negative 5. The other one is negative 3, negative 1, negative 3 on the X, and negative 1 right here. And this one is F1. Then I have positive 2, positive 2, negative 4, positive 2, negative 4 right here. This one is M1. And then the last one is positive 2, negative 1, H1. Positive 2, negative 1, H1. There you go. This one is negative 3, negative 1. And then I'm going to connect these ones. There you go. That should be it. Pay attention to this one. No, that was my mistake. There you go. Don't touch it. Yeah, there you go. Anybody has any questions? No questions, guys?
That means everything clear.
Okay. So I'm looking at the time. It's 11:15, 14:15. So I think that will be it for today.
Miss, but we don't have another class after this.
You don't have another class after this? Are you sure?
Yes, miss.
Yes, means we have two free periods.
It's 11:30. Um. Okay. We can finish. There are 3 more graphs. We can finish the 3 more graphs, and then we can do the other activity tomorrow. Does that sound okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. second. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go and find more graph sheet. Okay, guys. So let's move on to number 5, okay? Would you guys like me to post the pictures as well in the Google Classroom? If not, I will throw them away
Yes, miss, yes, miss. Post the picture in the classroom.
because I'm not sure if you guys can see it clearly because here I see it a little bit blurred, so that's why I'm wondering.
It's still kind of blurry, miss. Please post this in the classroom.
Okay. Okay, so let's move to number 4, right? Number 4 has a triangle that is in the third quadrant right here. This one. So let's go ahead and plot the points. It has H. It has H being -2, -3. It has F being -1, -5. And then it has U being -4, -5. And it's asking for a rotation of 180 degrees. All right. Here you go. My triangle in this case is gonna make 2 jumps, right? It's gonna make 1 jump over here, and then it's gonna make another jump over here so that it can add up to the 180. So your triangle is supposed to end up on this side, right? So let's go ahead and make the points for this one. My points is -2, -3, H. U is -4, -5, and F is -1, -5. And I want to get the new points under um, 180, right? Now, if you go to our chart that has it, for me to get 180, I'm going to use the numbers in the same place, but now I want the negative of them, so I want the opposite of them. So I'm going to do that for these points. I'm going to write the same thing. And I want the opposite of all of these points, right? And the opposite of them will just be making everything positive, right? So the negatives become positives now. So I'm doing the inverse of the points. So then these are the ones that I'm going to plot. This will be H1, U1, and F1, right? So these are the points that I'm going to plot here. So I'm going to begin with that. The first point is 2, 3. So that is 2 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis right here. And this one is H1. And this is 2, 3. My second point is 4, 5. 4 on the x, 5 on the y. 4, 5 right here. And the point is going to be U1, 4, 5. And then F1 is going to be 1, 1, 5 right here. 1 on the x and 5 over there. And this is going to be F1. And I have 1, 5. So these are my 3 points. I'm going to go ahead and connect the dots. And there you go. Connecting the dots. And then this should be your reflection. I mean your rotation, sorry, your rotation. 180-degree rotation. Yes. Okay. Can I move on?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Okay. So now number five and number six, they just give you the points, right? So then number five, you had to begin with a new graph sheet because only the points are given to you. They don't really tell you the diagrams. So for this one, we have to plot the points that are given to us. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. I'm gonna plot the points u. U is 1 on the x right here, and then negative 2. So my point is going to end up right here. 1, negative 2, right there. And this is going to be u. 1, negative 2. I have w. W is 0 on the x, and then 2 right here. W, 0, 2. I have k, which is 3, 2 right here. And then I have G, and G is 3, negative 3. So G is here. And then I can connect the dots. There you go. And these are the points that is given to you, right? This is what the question gives you. So then now what I'm going to be doing is that you need the rotation under a 90 degrees. So then that is one turn. So it's here and it's going to end up here, right? One jump that is going to make here to here. That's the first 90-degree rotation. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me write the points. The points are W02, K32, V1 negative 2, and G3 negative 3. And then I want the new points. So then under a 90-degree rotation, if you remember what happens here, you have negative yx. So then the places, the points, they change. So I am going to write the y first. And then I'm going to write the x's. But the y is negative. So then all of these ones have to be the inverse. Negative, negative, positive, positive. And then these are going to be my new points that I'm going to be plotting for this one. All right. So then now let's see. We begin with W1. W1 is gonna be negative 2, 0, negative 2, 0 right here. This is gonna be W1, negative 2, 0. You have K. K1 is negative 2, 3 right here. You have K1, negative 2, 3. V is 2, 1. V is 2 on the X and then 1 on the Y. So this one is going to be V1, 2, 1. And then you have G being 3, 3. So 3 here and 3 here. And this is going to be G1, 3, 3. And then I'm gonna go ahead and draw the line, match, connect the dots. So I'm gonna match these ones. Right here. And then there you go. This is the rotation. Yes? Yes, guys, is it clear? Can I do the other one?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So then that one is the last one, number 6, right? Rotation of 180. And again, you begin with a blank graph sheet. This one has 3 points only. So let's go ahead and plot these 3 points. V is 20. V, 20. You have S being 1, 3. S, 1, 3. And then G is 50. And then 50 is right here. G, 50. Right? And then now we're going to connect the dots for these ones, S, V, and G. And you have your original image right here. So the question asks you to rotate it across the 180. So then now what we're going to be doing is that we're gonna have the 180 degrees rotation. My points are x, y, but their numbers are in the same position. So you have negative x, negative y. So all we're doing is writing the inverse of these points, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and write these ones right here. S is 1, 3. V is 2, 0. And then G is 5, 0. They will be in the same places, but I will just write the inverse of them. So instead of writing 1, I'll write negative 1, negative 3, negative 2, 0, and negative 5, 0. And then these will be S1, V1, and then G1. Right? Now going ahead and plotting them now, I have negative 1, negative 3, negative 1, negative 3. My point is here, S1. V1 is negative 2, 0. V1, and then I have negative 5, 0, G1. All right, and then I can write the points, negative 1, negative 3, negative 2, 0, and negative 5, 0. And then I can connect the dots. And there you go. 180-degree rotation. Any questions, guys? Anybody has any questions?
Clear, man.
Okay, so now this was the first section. Please make sure that you do the second section of the homework. All right, the second section of the homework has 3 questions. Please answer those 3 questions. Or if not, the same thing is going to happen this week. I am not going to grade your assignment if you are sending me an incomplete assignment. All right, so then that would be it, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day. And just be prepared for activity 2 tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, miss.
I miss.
Bye, guys. Thank you for staying.